Hi, this is Surya from UCS. So, on the flow of Salesforce administration, we have seen everything in terms of core concepts we have covered. So, among us, these reports and report types are also plays an important role in the Salesforce admin. Okay, let's dive into the topic. What is a report? So, the definition wise, a report in the Salesforce is a structured list of records that meet a specific criteria and can be summarized and grouped or visualized. Okay, so here in this particular use case, if you wanted to go for the particularly on the reports, so it is a structured list. Okay, so if you wanted to make any records list of records, if you want to make in terms of the structure, so there we will go for the reports. So it is also providing you some user presentation, and in terms of best presentation you can provide with the help of reports, so we can majorly use to analyze the particular report. Okay, so I will show you practically, there you can understand more clearly on about the reports concept. So reports help answer business questions like how many opportunities closing this month. Your manager may ask such kind of questions. So at that moment, if you will not able to track each and every opportunity, right? So is a particular opportunity record is been opening close one in this month or not, so you will not able to cross check. So such kind of functionalities, or else what is total revenue is being generated by the region, or how many cases are opened by the priority, such kind of questions if you wanted to have, you can find out the respective functionalities using the reports. You can go for that. Okay, so this is the reports concept. You will also see more knowledge. Let's go dive into the below. So why reports are important? So reports provides data visibility, performance tracking and KPI monitoring, and business intelligence and decision making support. Okay, so all these use cases we are getting the functionality of what is the report and why we are going to use the report. You got the requirement, right? Now if you are going without the report, let us assume data has no business value, right? So if you are storing the data on word, it's a different. If you are storing the data on the notepad, it's a different. If you are storing the data in the excel, it's a different. So how they are different on the presentation, looking wise, visibility, right? So how it is playing an important role on the presentation. So this particular reports will place an important role on presenting the data. Okay, I'll show you how you can analyze the data representing in terms of a pictorially. Okay, I'll show you, I'll prepare that and I will show you that as well. Okay, not so reports mainly we can see in terms of objects, right? So if you wanted to get the data based on some condition, you can prepare that. Is there only chance, or is there only one option to create a object reports on only one object? No, you can also go for the report creation on multiple objects. For example, if you wanted to take any two related objects, okay, so there also you can create the report on about the related objects. Okay, so now report builder overview. The path is quite simple. App launcher, reports, new report. So the report builder has outline panel. So the filter panel and the preview grid and grouping section and chart section. It is a drag and drop interface. So the report formats, there are four report formats are there. The first one is tabular report, the basic table format. Use case will be export list of records, the simple data extraction, no grouping unless used for the dashboard row limit. The summary report, most commonly used features, group rows, show subtotals, add charts. So example wise, revenue grouped by the sales representative, and matrix report groups data by rows and columns. So the examples are revenue by rows in terms of sales representatives, columns will be quarters. Okay, so that is the best comparison between the sales representatives and quarter based on by using the rows and columns. For example, on a table, if you are having the headings on first row, after that we are storing the data, right? So let us assume if you wanted to showcase the data, the same tabular data on the pie diagram, on the bar diagram, it is for seeing purpose also, on visualization also, it will provide a best view, right? In terms of presenting the data, it gives you some more understanding, right? So now in this particular context, a table is a combination of columns and rows. So whatever the data you are storing inside the columns and rows, so the particular on the particular existing data, you are going to apply the particular charts or bars, whatever, right? So similarly, you can also go for the particular options there. So if you are going on such cases, like in terms of preparing the some user presentation, good presentation by using the tabular format or any particular format you wanted to go for that, so then we will go for the reports object. Okay, so the object will takes the responsibility. We can apply the report on any object, any group of objects, you can also use that. Okay, so the joined report, what is the joined report? Multiple reports blocks in one report. Okay, so the example wise, opportunities block, case block, activities block, advanced analysis tool. So the standard versus custom reports. So the standard report, it is based on the standard report types. The custom report, it is based on the custom report type. Okay, so whatever the particular type you are going for, we have an option to create the report type. We will also have the standard report types. We can also create the custom report types. I'll show you how you can create the report types inside the Salesforce, and what is the advantage of report type. Everything you will get to know once we are going and creating the reports. Okay, so using the reports, you on if you wanted to create a report on one object, you can directly go for the reports. If you wanted to go for the two different objects, okay, so there if you wanted to create a report, then you will need to rely on the report type. So before creating the report, you just need to create the report type, because we need to establish a relationship between the two different objects. Got it? So like that we are using the reports and report types. If you have some confusion, don't worry, in the practically I will show you, right? So there you can understand more clearly about the what is the report and what is the report type and where we are going to use, everything you will understand. Okay, now what is a report type? A report type that defines which objects are included, how they are related, which fields are available. Think of report type as data structure blueprint. The standard report type. So the standard report types like accounts and contacts. So account is one object, contact is one object. So if you wanted to build the report on two different objects, so you can go for the report types. Okay, and you will not only find out that group of objects, you can also go for the single objects also, like opportunity, case, lead. Okay, so the Salesforce provides many by default. So the custom report types, if you are going deeply, So there, when it is created when standard type does not meeting the requirement and need custom object relationships and need more fields. The pathwise from the setup onwards, we just need to go to the report types and a new custom report type. Okay, the custom report type structure will be the primary on the primary object, related object with the relationship. The example wise, primary, account, related, opportunities. You define A with B, A with or without B. The relationship types, with or without. So if you are going with the with, only records with the related objects you will fetch. If you are going with the without or with, so it will include all the primary records. It is very important for the reporting logic. Now let's take an example in terms of custom report type scenario. The requirement is quite simple. If you wanted to show even if account, even if no opportunities, so solution is quite simple. Create a custom report type and there itself we can directly mention that accounts with or without opportunities. So accordingly, based on your requirement, you can create the respectively, right? So the filters in the reports work based on the filters. So the types are standard filters, date, owner, my records, and field filters are amount is greater than 10,000, stage will be is equal to closed one. The filter logic will be advanced and or logic. So you already know the particular use case how you can go for the structure wise. Okay, and cross filters, it if you are going advanced, so cross filters allow filtering based on the related objects or records, based on the related object records. Now the example wise, account with opportunity, account without cases. So if you are taking account with opportunity, so you will get the account related records and opportunity records combined you will get. If you are taking accounts without cases, so it will, like accounts will have the cases, right? So those accounts are not linking with the cases, will only I wanted to get the details on the table. So like that we are using the with and without. Got it? So the powerful for the admin level reporting. So the row level formula, if you are going inside advanced topics, so it will allows per row calculation. The example is quite simple. If you wanted to get the profit, so from the revenue you just need to minus the cost. Okay, so automatically you will get the profit. So the benefit wise, no need for the custom formula field. Report specific calculation, the limit is quite simple, one row level formula per report. The summary formulas used in the group reports, example wise, show the revenue percentage of total. It is used in the summary or matrix reports. So the bucket fields used to categorize the data without changing the object fields. Example wise, revenue bucket, if it is small less than 10k, it is medium, then the margin will be from 10k to 50k, and it is the bucket size is revenue is large, then it will be more than 50k. No need to create a new field. So you can very it is very useful in the reporting. Okay, so that is the particular option. Now if you are going inside the charts, inside the reports, so I have already explained about the charts. If you wanted to prepare the report on any object, you will directly go for the reports. But if you wanted to visualize or present the particular tabular format data in good pie diagram wise, or else any kind of things, like in terms of bar diagram wise, in terms of column wise, in terms of line line chart, or in terms of pie chart, in terms of donut chart, in terms of funnel chart. So all these supported charts it is providing by the reports concept. Okay, so I'll also show you practically how it is affecting on the Salesforce. Now the charts require the grouped report. So the report permissions to create the reports. User needs to create and customize the reports. Access to the report folder. The folder access controls visibility. Report folders and sharings. So the reports are stored in the folders. So the folder access levels: viewer, editor, manager. Okay, so this is the access on the particular report folders and sharing wise. Now if you are going to that, it is used for the security controls. The report subscriptions, so user can subscribe to reports. The schedule is quite simple, like daily or weekly or monthly. The conditions are, if it is sending only if the revenue is more than greater than 50,000. The powerful automation feature it is. So now in terms of the particular use case, if you wanted to use the subscriptions, you can also use that. If you wanted to go for the performance wise and limits, so let us also have a look on the key limits. Maximum 2000 records will be displayed. You can export more. Okay, and 100 columns are the maximum. And in terms of groupings, 4 level of groupings are can be done, and 1 row level formula is there, and 5 custom summary formulas you can create. So these are the key limits on the formula reports. Okay, so once you are preparing with the for the interview base, you these are the particular limitations you will need to remember while going for the interviews. Okay, so don't get worry on theoretical data. If you are seeing, I'll show you practically what is the report. With the help of report, what are the different advantages we are having, and how you can use that, how you can create that, and what is the importance, and by using the report concept, how you can create that or present the data. Everything I will show you practically. There you can understand more clearly. Okay, so if you are observing this particular use case here in terms of the functionality, so the maximum the limits, key limits are this. Okay, so the large data, the performance wise it will show the impact, and reporting on the large data volume. So the best practice is use the indexed fields in the filters, avoid too many groupings, and limit cross filters, and archive old data. Use the custom report type wisely. Okay, here the reports and dash versus dashboards. So the reports and dashboards, if you are taking the reports, so as of now we did not discuss about the dashboards yet. So I will discuss about in the next session. There you can understand about the dashboards. Okay, or let's skip this particular topic. Okay, then after in the next session I will explain the differences between the reports and dashboards clearly. Now in terms of real world business scenarios, so scenario 1 is sales pipeline report. It is grouped by the stage and summarized by the amount. The second use case or scenario, cases without the activities. You can also go for the cross filter to avoid or to apply such kind of functionalities. And revenue by region and quarter. So using the matrix reports you can achieve that. And accounts without opportunities. So for that you just need to go for the custom report type. Got it? So these are the scenarios. These 4 scenarios are most important whenever you are going to the working on real world business scenarios. These are the 4 scenarios on the products and product types. Sorry, reports and report types. Okay, so now in terms of scenario 1, let me report, because this is the important use case here. So the scenario one is sales pipeline report. If you want to if you wanted to prepare the report on the sales pipeline, then you just need to go for the grouped by stage. Okay. So the summarized by the amount, automatically you will get the report on based on the amount. Now in terms of scenario 2, cases without activities. Here we can go and rely on the cross filter topic. Okay, so we can also take each and every concept inside the Salesforce will have or will involve multiple uh, subtopics. Like if I went to the reports, we can also see the report types. If you are going to that, you will also find out the cross filters, and if you are going inside that, you will also find out the matrix reports or the charts, or else you can also go for the particular so like that there are so many subtopics will be there inside the reports and report types. Okay, so here in terms of that, you have to be went through that, and you just need to practice that. So you also need to explore the topics. So if you are taking your requirement only, so automatically you can understand the importance of the topic. You just need to analyze. So if the requirement is like this, how can I create the report? If the requirement is like this, if you don't have the knowledge on how the requirement will look like, so go for that Google and go for that. uh, please give me some use cases or user stories on the reports topic. Okay, so if you are good, you can go for that. If you are still wanted to learn, you just need to go and practice on the Salesforce. After feeling you are confident, you just need to get the questions from the any source. So based on that, you just need to practice in the Salesforce organization. Accordingly, there only you will get the more knowledge. Okay, practice is the most important tool inside the Salesforce organization, because there are multiple options, multiple concepts. If you observe, we have already discussed more than 55 topics, like around 60 topics we have covered only within the Salesforce administration. If we have discussed about the 60 near 60 concepts means, so if you are going to the forward in terms of sales application, in terms of service, in terms of marketing, in terms of experience, in terms of revenue cloud, you can imagine how depth the concept Salesforce is, right? So not only this, there are multiple things are also there in terms of artificial intelligence also involved into the Salesforce. In terms of Einstein modules also, it was been turning into that. So you also need to know more in terms of the Salesforce, in terms of data cloud. So there are multiple clouds are there. Okay, so like that, Salesforce is an ocean to learn. So the ultimate point which I wanted to give to you, like in terms of suggestion, you have to learn the concept and you need to practice that inside your organization, and try to get the requirements in terms of using any source. You just need to get the user stories and try to uh, answer it, like in terms of try to reach out, try to get the solution for the particular user story. So like that, if you are working on each and every concept, automatically you will get some boosting, you will get the confidence to clear the interview. That is the ultimate our agenda, right? So the next one, if you are going through that, so common mistakes. So the using wrong report type, it will automatically gives the wrong output, and not understanding the relationship logic. If you find out the wrong object, automatically you will also get not get the data. And overusing the joined reports, don't do that. And ignoring the folder permissions. What is this folder and what is the permission, I'll show you. I'll also explain you on practically, there you can understand the particular reports concepts clearly. And creating too many similar reports. So the interview based questions here, so if you are going to the particular interview based questions, these are the questions. So you just need to get the answers for this particular questions. Automatically you will get the complete understanding. What is the cross filter, what is the bucket field, what is the report formats, what is the main difference between the reports and report types, and what is the joined report, and how to report on the record without child records, right? How to difference between the row level and summary formula. Like that, you will find out the multiple use cases. And in terms of enterprise reporting strategy, so the best enterprise approach will be standard report types for the common use and custom report types for the special logic, and folder governance and naming conventions and dashboard strategy and the data quality enforcements. Okay. So the final summary we have completed theoretically, like let me recall like what we have discussed in terms of reports and report types. So reports are quite simple. If you wanted to extract the data from the any existing standard or custom objects, you can extract that. If you want to extract the data only not only from one object, you can also extract the data from multiple objects. It is possible. And if you wanted to analyze the data, we will use the reports concept. It is quite simple. Now in terms of report types, if you are going to the report types, it will define the object relationships. Okay. If you are using single report type, system will also provide you. And if you want to go for the report on the multiple objects, system will also provide you in this with the help of report types. So like that, you can go and create the reports and the report types. Okay. So we have discussed theoretically. Okay, now you will get some ideology about the reports and report types, right? Now let's move a step forward to get the practical knowledge on the reports and report types and the UA of reports. Okay, so from where we are going to create and what is the navigation process. Should we need to go to the setup, what is the page, or else what is the page we just need to go for the reports? Everything I will show you practically. Okay, let's move to the Salesforce organization. So whatever the particular application it may be, let's click on the report directly. Report is the object on the tab. Okay, let me click on that. If I click on the reports, if you observe, this is the UA. Recent reports appear here. So go to all reports to see what available. If you wanted to view all, you can click on this particular button. So all the reports will be opening like this. All these are the existing reports inside the system. These are already created from the Salesforce end. All these are the standard reports. Okay. So on the left side, if you observe the reports, all reports, 30 items are there. On the first one, recent reports, if you want to open, you will click on the recent reports. There is no recent reports I have opened. And if you want to go for the created by me, if I click on that, I did not create even one report inside the system. That is the reason there is no data here. If you want to see the private reports, the private reports means, so whatever the reports they are having, for example, two users are there. Those who users have created the reports on the private version, private reports. That means only the particular persons can access that. Okay, that is the private. We can apply the security. And what is a public report? The next one is public report. Public report represents what all the reports are there inside the Salesforce organization. So all the particular reports which the publicly they wanted to showcase, so that particular reports will be available on the public report. Okay, and any user can access this public reports. So all reports represents the combination of all this one. Now on below to the reports, this is a section. Second section is folder section. What is the folder section? Folder section is nothing but you wanted to store the reports on some folders. Why? Because if any person want to use this report, you will not get a chance to share the report directly. So what is the process? You just need to share to other user. So the process is you just need to store the reports inside the folders. So that folder access you just need to share. Automatically they can access. Okay, this is the process. for sharing also. I have told you, right? I'll explain you about the folders. So this is the folders. If you want to see all the folders, so these are the all the folders. Inside each and every folder you will find out the different reports. Okay, if you want to show only the particular folders which I have created, so if you want to showcase, you will find out here. For example, click on new folder. Let me create one folder, that is custom folder. Custom folder for reports. Okay, now clicking on save. Created by me. Let's open first created by me. So this is the particular folder I have created, the created by, and when it is created, and last modified by, and the last modified date, everything it is populating. Now let's move to the shared with me. So any particular person, if they have been created their own folder, inside that their own folder they have created their own reports, and they have shared that particular record or a particular folder with me. So those folders will be shown here. Okay, so that is a shared with me. Now if you are going to that favorites, that is the third section. Okay, so the first one is the reports, second one is the folders, third one is the favorites. So if you open the all favorites, so if you are feeling any particular folder or any particular report is been your favorite, like frequently if you wanted to visit, so then you can store those things here itself. Okay, now let's go and see how you can go for the particular reports. Let me open the report creation. So for that we will directly use this button, new report. Let me click on that. To create a report, we will use the new report button. Okay, now if you wanted to go for the particular use case, I don't want to see this page again, and let me cross this as of now. So here, if you wanted to get any report type, as of now we did not discuss about the report type practically, right? So don't worry, in the sometime I will explain. So what is this report type? Report type is nothing but if you wanted to go to the what kind of object, on what kind of object you wanted to create the report. For example, on the account, on the contact and account, on the accounts with the partners. Okay, so all these combinations are also there, like opportunities with the products, opportunities with the contact roles, opportunities with the partners. So the combination, right? If you observe opportunity with the contact role and hire products, so three objects are there. What is the objects? Opportunity, contact role, products, three products. So if you wanted to create a report on three different objects, system is providing to you, that is a standard report type. Okay, I'll show you how to create the custom report type also. You will not find out any function here to create the report type here. Okay, custom report type, if you observe here, you will not get any chance to create the custom report type here. So for that we just need to go to the some other manner will be there, like in terms of some other navigation process you just need to follow. I'll show you after explaining about the reports. Okay, as of now just have a look on the reports topic. Now I wanted to get the details of accounts, or else if you wanted to go for the existing any particular processes. Okay, for example, let's open the relative. I wanted to get the data. Okay, so all these are the what all these are the relative names. So that means around 25 records are there, where on the relative object. Okay, and I want to add few more fields. Only the, if you observe, this is a table, only the first heading is there and the data is there. So I want rest of the headings also, like in terms of fields we will go. I have so explained you on the beginning of the Salesforce, if you remember, if we are taking the table is called it as object. If you are taking the headings will be nothing but fields. If you are taking the data inside that, you will find out the records, everything I have explained you, right? Now if you wanted to go for the relative name is there, and blood group also I want. So if I am adding, it is asking me like to see the latest edits, refresh this preview. If I click on refresh, automatically it will add the blood group, and other fields also I want, like type of urgency I want. So still it is asking like to refresh. So this many times I don't want to click on the refresh and adding the fields and refreshing, I don't want. If you feel like you can add multiple fields, so no need, no, like a system will not give you that option. Like if you are checking on one field, for example, if you wanted to add the mail field, okay, if I wanted to add my other one, like in terms of summation of salary and in terms of WhatsApp number, okay, so I have added around 6 fields, okay, so there are only 3 fields are there. Now if I click on refresh, all the 6 will show now, okay, so all the 6 fields are there. If you feel like I don't want to click on refresh repeatedly, if I go to the other options also the system will provide me. So if you feel like that, you can go on here, update the preview automatically. If you click on that, system will provide you an option. For example, if you wanted to showcase the particular owner name, now it will not ask the refreshing purpose. Why? Because you have checked this particular button. What is this button? Update the preview automatically. Okay, so I have clicked on that, automatically it will change runtime, automatically it will run. Okay, so the process is quite simple. You just need to understand one thing here is, you just need to understand this particular page, what are the options are there, and each and every option you just need to understand. Okay, so based on that you can perform, you can play with the reports concept later. Okay, now if you observe, I have shown you that in terms of columns, all these are the columns, right? Relative name, blood group, type of urgency, mail, everything I have added. So it is okay. Now I am feeling like in terms of this owner name, I wanted to showcase on after this type of urgency. Okay, so now I will drag this one into the this place. Okay, now automatically it will affect. Okay, so this is a quite simple process we are having, right? So this is about the columns. Okay, and if you wanted to go to the particular process, if you are observing here, this is the fields, it is showing like it is already hiding. If you wanted to show, if you click on that, it will show you that all the different fields. Okay, all the different fields it's showing. If you want to create the formula field, you can also get a chance. Let me close this. Okay, and now we are good with that outline point of view. You have understood one columns wise. So if you wanted to go to the add bucket column, or add the row level formula, or remove all the columns, so anything, system will provide you an option. Okay, so if you want to go and explore that, you can also explore those things. And if you are going here in terms of the this particular data, I have seeing in terms of headings, only headings are there. I did not apply any group. For example, if you observe here the groups, group rows, here we are seeing in the column wise data. Now if I wanted to apply the groups on the row level, the row level means this horizontally, so we have seen the columns vertically, right? So now I want to apply the groups horizontally. Let me show you how we can apply the particular process. Let me apply this. I want to get the group on the blood group. For example, with the O negative, I wanted to prepare one particular records. Let me show you. If I click on the blood group, I have selected. Okay, so now if you observe here, O positive is having 4 records, B positive is having 2 records, A minus 1, A negative 1, A positive 2. Okay, like that the system is providing to you. O negative is 10, and total we are having 20 records. Okay, so if you wanted to calculate the summation of salary, so you are getting the total amount is 6 lakhs, sorry, and 61 lakhs 77,004. Okay, so like that we can also use the respective functionalities. So here if you observe, this is providing us to analyze the data, right? So if you wanted to get only for 1 month of data, I don't want all this data. Okay, I want only 1 month of data. So there you can go for the filters. I will click on the filters. As of now, if you observe, all the relatives it is showing to me, and it is all time, it is showing the all time created date. Now I don't want all time, I want only 1 month of time. Okay, let's go to the time. And what is the start date? For example, let me give the start date as correct exactly 1 month ago, that is 24th, and it is today's date, that is 24th of February. Okay, let's click on apply. If I give the data only this particular month, on the particular month, whichever the records I have created, so only the particular records I am able to see, because all these are I have created within this 1 month only. That is the reason all the records it is fetching to me exactly. Okay, so if you observe, let me do one thing, let me edit the start date as 14th of this month. Let's apply. As of now there are 20 records are there, right? 20 records still are there. Let me change. Oh, it is going to the first month itself. I want second month. From second month 14. Yes, click on apply. So for the 10 days I wanted to apply the logic. Still it is showing 20. Let me minimize this. The second one, array 20. Clicking on apply. Okay, now if you go down, you will observe only 15 records have been created on these 4 days. So that means 5 records I have created before 20th of February, and from the 20th February to 24th February I have created 15 records. So like this you can also get the details based on the particular use case. How many filters you have applied here? Two filters, like show the all my relatives, and by this within this period of time I want to get the details. So like that I have applied two filter, that is the reason it is showing as two filters. If you want to go to the cross filter, what is the cross filter here? Cross filter means if you wanted to go to the show me the relatives with the activities. So I'm comparing the this particular object with the other object. Okay, so if you want to change that with the friends only, I want to showcase that relatives with the friend object. So clicking on apply. So now it is only showing that only the 3 records have been assigned with the friends. Okay, so if you observe this test 1 and test 12 and the brethren, and these 3 are having the particular relationship over there. If you want to go and check there, you can also go and apply the particular use case. And so like this you can also apply the conditions. Hope you understood, right? What is the cross filter? If you want to go for other object also, if you want to apply the condition on other object also, you can go for that using the cross filter. So it is applying the filter on cross means other object. So if you are wanted to apply the filter on the existing report, you can go for the direct filters, right? If you want to go for the cross filter, system will also provide you. Okay, so I wanted to get the records from the relatives with the friends. So those who are having the relationship, those records only I wanted to fetch. So there you will go for the cross filters. Got it? So you just need to explore like that, what are the different options are there and how you can go for that, everything you just need to explore. Now I have fetch this data, right? So now I wanted to go for the add chart. For example, if I click on that, automatically it will display the particular option. So it's taking some time to load. Yeah, it loaded. So here it loaded now. So the blood group is on the vertical line. On the horizontal line we are having the sum of summary summation of salary. Okay, now if you want to change this particular property, like in terms of as it is showing as bar chart, I don't want the bar chart, I want in the column chart. Let me click on that. The data is changing accordingly. If I click on any particular line chart or donut chart or funnel chart and spotted chart, system will provide you an option. Okay, so you can go for the particular option. You can also change the particular like in terms of on the changes filters. You can also on the y axis, I don't want this summation of a salary. I want other field like in terms of a record count, or else on the x-axis I don't want this blood group. You can also update this. Okay, so like that you can also remove the chart. Got it? So like that we will use the charting. Why we are using the chart? Because to present the data. If you observe here, this is the data. Okay, it is looking fine, but let us assume if you are showing this particular data on the uh, particular screen, it will not give that much of impact, right? So if you are preparing the chart, then it will provide you high level of functionality, right? You got the reports completely. Now let me click on save this one, and now I wanted to provide the folder accordingly. I wanted to go to the, if you wanted to show save this record on the private folder, private report folder. No, I have created one custom related thing, right? Already custom functionality. Let me open this and select the folder, custom folder for the reports I have created. I'm storing there itself. Okay, I have created the report successfully. It's okay, and I can access this. If you observe, if I click on here, I'm only getting the properties, save as, save and run, and closing and running. So where is the option to share this particular record to other report to other person? So from here we will not able to share this. So from where we just need to do the sharing? So we just need to go back on the reports. Let me open the reports, and here let me showcase what is the folders, all folders. Let me open the all folders. So from here custom folder is been there. So here I can access my recent one. Okay, so this is the new relative report. If you wanted to change the naming convention, you will find it on the left top side. So you will find out the pencil button over there. You can also go and change the particular use cases. Okay, clicking on edit. So on the top left side you will find out the pencil icon here. I did this one and remove the new. It's fine, relatives report is fine. Now saving on this, it is saved. Now let's close this. It is taking high amount of time. Okay, so now I'm clicking on this, and if you observe, this is the folder, right? I have created. Under this folder I have stored my own report. Now if I click on the drop down here, you will find out the share, right? If I click on share, it will ask me that to with whom I wanted to share this particular report. If I select the user or role and internal subordinates and public groups, I will go with the users. And what is the name of the user? If you wanted to showcase like in terms of Arul, in terms of Surya, in terms of integration user, so whatever the users you have been storing inside your system, so all this they will showcase here. So after selecting the name, you also need to get the axis, like in terms of view axis, edit axis, manage axis. So based on that, you just need to provide. So if you are giving the view access, so that particular person, for example, let me give that Arul. So the Arul can only view this particular report which I have created. Okay, he cannot do any modification. But if I give it on the edit axis to the Arul, so the on existing my report, he can do the editing. So if I give the manage, so they can also perform anything, like they can also go and do any changes. So the sharing like that, you can also go for that. And if you are if you are feeling everything fine, you can click on done. Then automatically it will share with the particular person. So it is everything is fine. Now you also need to know about the report types, right? So for that, let me open the setup. From the setup, you just need to go to the report types. So here it is asking us like custom report types. Build the custom report types. Here if you observe, select the objects which select the which objects user can include in the report. Three objects are there here. Here also the representation is three. Like that, you wanted to go for that. And don't show this particular page again to me, and go and continue. And here I wanted to create the new report type. If you want to create the new report type, this is the process. You just need to come here and you just need to click on this button. Then only the system will provide you an option to create the report type. I have shown you, right? So the list of standard report types, let me open, let me show you. Let me create new report. So after clicking on the new report, so obviously you will get the all the reports. So let me click on all. So all these are the report types, report type names. Okay, account, contact and account with partners, everything. So you will not get a chance to create the new report type here. So for that, we just need to go to the setup, and from here you just need to type the report type, and all the existing reports here you will find out here, and you will get a chance to create the new report type. Now what is the object, on which object you want to create the report? For example, relative is the object. Okay, on the relative I wanted to create the report. Okay, that is a primary object. Okay, now on the next one, like in terms of if you want to go to the particular use case, what is the display label and what is the API name? For example, a relative custom report type. Okay, and if you want to give the description, I wanted to give testing purpose. Testing, it's fine. And the particular use case in terms of where you wanted to store in the store in category, like which on which particular use case. Okay, you will get everything in terms of on which category you wanted to store. So this is the one way to create the custom report type. Okay, so let me go back, and now I want to get the select the object. Okay, so I have given that there is no need to have this one, right? So I am clicking on now, and let's go for relative relative custom report type. Okay, testing, in which store you want to go for that. And here, okay, it is asking us like in terms of set the availability. Employees. Okay, so that is the category. I have selected as I wanted to store this particular report type on the employees category. Okay, now the setting, the availability. So an in development report type is visible only to the users with the manage report type, custom report type permission. A deployed report type is available to all the users. For example, the status is quite simple: in development, deployed. If it is going to in development or deployed, if you just need to decide based on your requirement, you just need to select that. Okay, so if you wanted to go with the deployment, if you wanted to go to the in development, based on the your choice status, you just need to select that. Okay, so I'm going with the deployed or in development. Let's go with the development, clicking on next. So now I have the primary object as relative. Now I wanted to add the a particular related object. So for that we just need to click on this particular link. So now here, from here, let me add up. So I wanted to add the friends. Okay, for example, A is the relative, B is the friends. Now come to the right side pictorial, this particular diagram. So I hope you are mathematics students. You will find out the Venn diagrams, right? So there you will find out this is a blue one is A, B one is B. This what we can call it as yellow or orange, similar brown. So like that color we will have the B. So if you wanted to go for the particular use case, we are getting only the combination, the records with matching, the A records and B records. If it is matching these records only, I wanted to fetch by using this particular record report type. That is the process. Okay, so for that I'm preparing the reports. So if you feel like no, I want the A record and the B records, it is in intersection. So for that you just need to go to the select this particular second option. It is showing here. If you are going to the second option, A records may or may not have the related B records. Okay, so here entirely A is displaying completely. Okay, and if you are choosing the above one, each A record must have at least one related B record. That means one relative object record will have one friend object record. That reports, if you want to fetch, then you will go for the first option. If you wanted to get all the records, then you will go for the second option. Okay, I have given the two different objects. If you want to add another object, you can also click on this particular object button. Okay, so like that you can apply, you can add the three different objects. For example, if I add here, so you will find out here. So like this you are getting. If you feel you don't want, you can click on cross, automatically it will remove. Now clicking on save, it has saved now. So if you wanted to observe the particular representation, it is quite simple. The data is fetching as relatives 13 and friends are 11. If you wanted to go to the particular page, now refresh this particular page again. Okay, recently I have opened the relative, that is the result it is showing. Now go to the employees category. So this is the employees category. On this employees category, I have created the relative, a relative custom report type. This is the report type I have created, right? So I am opening that, creating the report on about to the existing report type. Now it is getting the details on combination of two different objects. What are those objects? First one is relative, second one is the friends. Okay, on about to the two different objects, we are fetching the particular details. Okay, so if you observe the first one, relatives is a section. So under the relatives, so all these are the fields. So if you observe the friends, so this is the second object. So like this you can add the different fields from the two different objects. For example, I want this blood group, and I want the type of urgency, Now it is okay from the relative object. Now go to the friend object. This is from here, friend object, right? Now clicking on full name and the name and the salary and work location. Okay, so if you observe, you will find out some difficulty here. So these are the different fields from separate object. These are the some different object. If you feel like that, you can also go for the particular grouping wise. So you can go for the grouping wise in terms of different functionalities. So from the friend object, from the relative object, any based on any particular use case, you can create the groups. Okay, so like this, you can find out the group of functionalities. So this is purely about the reports and report types inside the Salesforce organization. In the next coming session, I will explain you about the dashboards. Okay, around 99% of topics we have covered under the Salesforce administration. There is only 1% of topics are pending. I will take around more one or two or three sessions more. Okay, so as of now, I'm just wrapping up this call. We will meet in the next session. Thank you so much.